Hi everybody, it's John with NH Easy Hiker. Today we're in Windham, New Hampshire at the Windham Town Forest. We're going to do a 4-mile out and back with a couple loops. There's supposed to be some fun things we're going to see out here, and this could be a fun adventure. Hope you come along with me. So today we're in Windham, New Hampshire. Nice little town tucked in southern New Hampshire, on Route 93. We came into this Windham Town Forest off of Route 28. Kind of a small parking lot, maybe room for 5 cars or so. So you are going to have to get lucky, I guess, to get some parking here. I'm not sure about parking on 28, but I bet it's not allowed. It's one of those tricky hiking days in the winter. I think it's 32 degrees, 0F. Ha! It's one of those tricky days in terms of temperature regulation and winter hiking. It's 32F, 0C, a little bit of a wind, and a blanket of snow. So doing these hot cold cycles here, hat on, hat off, gloves on, gloves off. One of these days I'll get the perfect balance. It's 300 something acres here, and with a slightly more than 4-mile out and back. I'm wondering if we'll get deep enough where we don't hear the traffic any longer. So right now we're going down the Orange Trail. When you come in off of Route 28, you start off on the yellow. The yellow takes you all the way out, but there are a couple loops I mentioned. So this is the first, which is a left-hand turn pretty early on. Brings you on a little horseshoe loop that reconnects with the yellow. And out here is the first of the adventures we were promised at the Windham Town Forest. So we're at our first point of interest here in the Windham Town Forest. This is a very old abandoned power shovel, they call it, an excavator. I swear I remember a Curious George book that had one of these, but maybe I'm making that up. But pretty cool, right? I mean, if I was a little kid, I'd be all over this thing. I mean, as a big kid, I want to get all over this thing too. So let's check it out. I guess you got your pilot seat right there with all the levers. A bucket. Ooh, okay, watch out. Thin ice. Yeah, look at this thing. Very cool. Still has all the chains in it and stuff. Look at the heavy duty. Boy, this thing was obviously pretty durable if it's still standing here today, as wrecked as it is. I mean, I don't know if you can resist pulling the levers and stuff, but oh, they don't go anywhere. Somebody welded all this stuff, or rust did it. Either way, pretty cool toy out here, huh? I wonder why somebody would just leave it here and why the town never took care of it, but I guess it was too hard to get out. Anyway, all right, on to find the next adventure. We're just poking around the inside of that thing, looking at the inner workings. Gotta wonder how loud that thing is to sit inside. And if anybody who operated that for any meaningful period of time still has any hearing left. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool little thing just to have out in the middle of nowhere, right? All right, we're gonna continue on the orange loop here, bring us back out to the yellow. I think it's about a half mile, just under a half mile. So see you again in a little bit. All right, well, we just finished up the orange trail loop. We're back at the yellow. It was cool seeing that old excavator out there. So we're just going to take a left and we're going to continue out towards the next loop and areas of interest. Okay, so it's not that the trail split, it's that we are at one of the other points of interest out here in Windham's town forest. It is the tent platform area. Fire pit in the middle. Pretty cool. My understanding is that you can go to the Conservation Commission here in Windham and submit a request to utilize these camping platforms. I don't know what kind of criteria has to be met, but I would imagine they let scout groups and things like that come out here and do little adventures. Very cool though, very cool. There are 5 platforms and like I said, a fire pit with some logs to sit on around it. Very cool. Just realizing that after I went down and broke my selfie stick, I was filming portrait instead of landscape. What a sin. So I'm back in the right mode now. Anyway, right now we are off on the red trail, which is another little horseshoe loop. Actually, it might be a full circle. Bring us back to the yellow. I think this thing is just over a mile long. I think we're already about a mile something into the hike. Yes, this is a mile and a half. I'll check the distances at the end. But anyway, yeah, little 1.5 mile loop. Looks nice. Only one other person looks like been out here, and there is less ice, which is great. So in terms of trails out here, you got the main, it's the yellow. There's an offshoot, which is a little orange horseshoe loop. That's where the abandoned excavator can be seen. Then there's this red loop that we're on now. Brings you back to the yellow. And again, the yellow is the main one. Brings you out and back. So in terms of this place being suitable for the easy hiker, I think it checks all the boxes. You know, and what are those boxes? First, easy to get to. Doesn't have to be a 2-hour trip, right? We want something that's close by. We can just pop out and get to. Easy to prepare for. You don't have to pack a lot of stuff, don't need specialized gear, just some hiking shoes or trail runners, or even just snow boots. The next is easy elevation, right? We're not trying to climb a 4,000 footer here today. We're just looking for some gentle ups and downs. And then finally, easy terrain. We're not looking for rock scrambles. We're not looking to cross rivers. Just want a nice trail that we can walk on. And again, Windham Town Forest checks all those boxes. All right, well, we have just finished the red loop. We're back where it joins up with the yellow. And we're going to be doing that, taking that back up towards the parking lot. Really good trail markings out here. They've got, they look like reflectors tagged on the trees. Lots of them, frequently marked. I think you'd have a hard time getting lost out here. Don't want you to, but the good folks in Windham don't either, so they've done a good job marking these places. So it seems like the next storm that we're expecting is just now starting. Oh, we're back on the ice. Oh, we're getting another, I don't know, 3-4 inches. Seems like we get these a few times a week now. That's the kind of winter we're having here in New Hampshire this year. Kind of cool, but also, you know, kind of not. So I'm coming down the yellow trail, just about back to the parking lot, wrapping up another really good, easy hike. This place was great. You know, I pretty much had it to myself. That might be a function of the small parking lots, but that's cool. You know, if you get a spot, you know, you're not gonna have much noise out here. Trails are great conditions, well marked, you know, easy to get around. A couple little hills you gotta come up and go down. If you do come out, it's mid-January now, as I said before, if you do come out anytime soon, I would recommend spikes if you got them, trekking poles, because there are some icy spots and it's covered with snow right now, so you don't know it until you're sliding. But yeah, Windham Town Forest, Windham, New Hampshire. I accessed it from the Route 28 parking lot in Windham. Great little place for hiking, mountain biking for sure. Might even be able to find a picnic spot or something. And again, those tent sites that are there, got to see the Windham Conservation Commission. Something I might look into actually, but pretty cool little spot out there to camp if you can get permission. So thanks for joining me on NH Easy Hiker. I'll keep doing these and keep putting them out there. Hopefully it's something you like and you keep coming back. And stay tuned. We'll see where we end up next. Take care.